Summoners, welcome back to IPL Killing Spree. I am HatPerson. I'm here with Dinh with us in the studio today. Watching, we've got we've got TSM today with Convergence Game 1. Yeah, I mean, Ziggs had a few moments.
Ziggs had a few moments. The thing is I felt like TSM is just a stronger team overall.
Yep.
So they basically won every single lane, and when you win every single lane, you basically win the game. You know, like there's basically every single time like Rumble went to lane, he got pushed back. He almost died a couple of times. Rise actually did really well against Ziggs too, but Ziggs was able to actually hold his own, so I thought Phantom Lord did an excellent job. But bottom in general, like, you know, you're getting out CS, so when you get out CS, you're pushed to tower, you lose that dragon control. And jungler overall, I don't think Lee Sin did anything effectively. He didn't get any early ganks on. Just there's no ganks, and he actually died a couple times. He was really behind. So actually, when you're that behind and you gank, sometimes you actually give up the kill yourself. So it just felt like they just controlled his forest really well. Lane's lost, so naturally when you lose lane, jungle it just isn't performing as well. You just lose the game. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm expecting maybe like a Rise ban or something. Game 2 possibly.
I felt like Rise wasn't the problem. Maokai actually was the one that secured all the kills. He secured the top kill, he secured the mid kill, he secured the kills in the forest. So if it was anything, I felt like Maokai was a bigger problem overall than any other champion on TSM's team.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So so while we're getting this game ready, I actually have some updates for everyone out there following our IPL 4 qualifiers. So all week we've been doing the round of 32. Round of 16 will actually be this weekend right here. So Saturday from 9 to 3 and Sunday from 9 to 6 Pacific. Qualifiers all day. We're going to go through the entire round of 16. And for right now, we actually had a few round of 32 matches. You're actually watching some of the games with us today.
Yeah.
So today, V8 beat my boys 2-1. It was pretty good. VVV actually decided to forfeit their match, so M5 automatically moves on. Absolute Legends beat out Mouse today, 2-0. And we had a little bit of an upset today, too. Mono Esports 2-0'd Millennium today.
Really?
Really.
I've never heard of them.
It's under a Canadian team, I believe.
It's a Canadian team.
I think so.
Oh.
So, and also, we were also, right before the broadcast, we were watching Team Green Forest and EXGBT. They're actually playing right now. They're currently 1-1, so we're going to see what comes out of that.
I'm actually kind of excited for the 16. Of the 16 teams remainder, I actually know most of them, and they're all solid teams, and you know, it feels like anything can happen. So
it's we got the EU teams, we got the NA teams, we got everybody nice together.
It'd be nice to at least have like 1 or 2 EU teams.
Yeah.
There. So
and
I'm a little fortunate. I'm kind of happy you already qualified.
Well, you you guys have qualified. TSM's qualified, CLG's qualified, and Dignitas is qualified already. So we'll be seeing you guys there. And even then, speaking of more big EU teams, Convergence actually tomorrow is playing CLG EU.
Yeah.
So
this is a good warm-up.
This is a good warm-up. This is a fantastic warm-up.
So they're going to say, oh, man, CLG is probably going to be around the same level. You know, so they got to kind of measure it up, and they got to think of a game plan for tomorrow.
Yeah. So, and real quick before we get into the game, remember, if you have any awesome replays, any top 5 plays, or if you need help with your game, send them on over our way, iplllreplays@gmail.com. Still, predict who you think is going to win tonight. Tweet out who you think is going to win at IGN Pro League. We're giving away the hoodie and the Razer mouse pad. And we also have our Facebook contest going on right now, facebook.com/IGN Pro League. You can take your pick of either a $25 RP card, or if you're more StarCraft inclined, we also got these I Heart Esports stickers. I kind of like this the White Raw one myself. It's my favorite right there. More GG, man, more skill.
More GG.
Love it.
Some guy says GG, and he said get good. I actually lost that game. I was mildly irritated. I was like, oh, this guy's so nice mannered. GG, and he types out get good. I'm like, oh, so BM. So BM.
All right, so let's get this game underway. Game 2. I mean, we got shouts for Bay Life in the chat already. I'm enjoying it.
Make a new shirt. We do it for Taylor. Oh man!
All right, let's get right into this. So So potential Rise ban, probably more likely of a Maokai ban. I think.
feel like they did a good job banning last time. Maybe instead of a Rammus ban, Maokai was a big
yep.
problem.
Yep. So we had we had to do a tournament draft on this one.
Oh, that was in tournament draft.
we gotta get back into tournament draft here. But other potential bans. So like we said, Maokai is kind of likely. But then again, Shen, since the patch,
I feel like if they ban Maokai, they don't have to worry about LeBlanc.
Really?
Yeah, just because that's the combo that Reggie and OddOne practice. Like, I sit behind them, and I see them practice on Xpecial, just like, oh, can we burst them down from 100-0? You know, like, I see them practice because, you know, I visited them, I stand behind them, watch them play, and so that's the combo they practice a lot. I've seen that with Rise as well, so it's just, I've seen them practice the Rise Maokai, LeBlanc Maokai, so it's not just something they thought up of, and they're just using it. It's just something they've actually gone in a custom game and they practice against each other and see what the potential damage is.
I like it. I like that a lot. So it's. I mean, but then again, you know, you practice something like that, your jungler becomes really like the center part of the team. And if Maokai were to get like counter jungled early, do you think that might fall off a little bit in that strategy?
I feel like with the comp last game, counter jungling, I felt like TSM could have just held him off, so Maokai wasn't probably going to get counter jungle. The worst it can do is probably kind of just steal his blue. If they're able to steal Maokai's blue and take half his jungle, then maybe they don't have to worry about him, but that's a lot they have to do. It's easier to just ban him.
We were also talking before the broadcast too a little bit about the blue buffs. So just go ahead, like repeat what you said to us earlier.
About the blue buff, when I was talking about how after the first blue they're gonna lose every single one after.
Yeah,
it's because TSM is as a new team coming into the scene, you know, they don't understand that the better teams can mind game you. They know your timer, and they know that you won it at a certain time, right? I think I went over this a little bit at the end of the last round, right? If you start out blue and you kill it right away, right, you're gonna kill it about like 210-ish. So 5 minutes later, it's going to spawn at about 710 to 720. What TSM always does is they try to get a gank off or push someone back top, and they group up there at like 650, 645. And so they know to group up. They know to buy and be strong to counter jungle that. You know, it's like, okay, it's like 650, 630. RainMan, push that lane as hard as you can, go back by, because we're probably going to need you at blue. So, you know, it's not something that they're like, oh, blue's up, let's go counter jungle. It's like, we know what they're gonna do, and this is what we're gonna do. So, you know, like the better teams has a plan for it. And so, you know, coming into the scene and you don't know that, you're not gonna have a plan, and they have it one. So you're probably gonna lose your blue.
Yeah, we also saw last time TSM played, they've been favoring Misfortune lately.
They definitely have been favoring Misfortune. Chaox has been playing a lot of Misfortune. It was a reasonable pick last game, especially because there is a Soraka. You know, every time he hits the healing debuff, Kog isn't going to be healed as much, and really, that's a lot of burst damage. They're able to push Kog back. I felt like there's definitely better picks, but I still don't know how I feel about Misfortune. I don't think she's a bad pick. She's more of on the I'm not sure yet. You know, I've seen her win games, I've seen her lose games. I still don't like that she doesn't have an escape. As an AD, you need a really, really strong front line and CC if you don't have an escape. So
fair enough. So first two bans coming out, first three bans. Zig's actually getting banned out by TSM. So Ahri, Ziggs, Cassiopeia so far. And I've been watching pretty much all of our qualifier matches so far, and Ahri has actually been quite a popular ban recently, in the past few weeks as well.
Ahri is a very popular ban. I think even with the nerf, she's pretty popular. The thing with her is she beats a lot of AP mids, right? She's hard as hell to catch, and how do you defend against true damage?
Exactly. Yeah.
How do you defend against true damage? She snowballs as hard as Kassadin, and really, if she wants to get away, she has 3 jumps. Kassadin has his jump up all the time, but her ult cooldown is ridiculously short, especially if she gets blue buff all game too.
Oh yeah.
And that charm is really bad. You know, you group up, you have a face-off. You can just throw out her charm randomly. She misses, back off, throws out a charm. When it lands on like a key player, you start the fight. You know, you can't get away from her. She's got 3 leaps, right? So.
And she just goes good with like so many different teams, like poke comp, fantastic. You even get an AoE comp. You just throw the orb in, just everyone just takes so much damage from that thing.
Yeah, the thing with her is people like focusing Ari because they're afraid of her damage. And the thing with focusing Ari too is if you can't give her, you're investing so much time and so much damage into her. And if you don't finish her off, she's gonna be able to poke from afar.
You
Oh,
just
they
see
gave
the,
up Shen.
You
They
see
just
the
gave
Shen pick. Oh no.
If RainMan plays Shen top, oh my god, I don't even know. I'm trying to think who can beat Shen top.
Well, yeah, who can beat Shen top now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I accidentally, well, I didn't accidentally. I played a game where I was Shen. I was gonna jungle him, and the guy that was first picked random Master Yi, and he's like, oh, it was a bug. I got smite, and so he's like, you can't jungle. I have to jungle. So I just went top with smite, and I'm playing against Shyvana. I'm just completely decimating her. She tries to run up, hit a creep. I throw my Vorpal Blade, Key Striker, back off. Vorpal Blade, Key Striker, back off. You know, after a while, she runs out all 5. She went cloth 5, and she ran all out. And came into like 10 minutes. She starts right-clicking me. She does her AoE. I just keep on hitting W and Q, and she dies. I'm like, whoa, Shen is really strong.
I don't know, I've been thinking, so Sona and Lee Sin being picked out for Convergence, Shyvana potential for TSM. You know, I've been thinking for just ever since the patch came out, like what can you do against the Shen top lane? Like, and the only thing that I've thought has come close would be like Teemo.
Even then, I feel like he could just W the initial attack and throw a Vorpal Blade back.
Yeah.
You know, you really only need level 1 taunt if you're losing lane. You know, if you're winning really bad, you can put more points into taunt. But I usually max Vorpal Blade and my feint anyways. So, you know, if you're taking a lot of damage, you start adding more points in feint. If you're not taking damage, you add more points into Vorpal Blade. So, you know, you have a choice. You know, am I losing the lane? Do I need to be more defensive? Oh, I'm not. Let's go harass shit out. Right?
Hey, when in doubt, just keep harassing.
Yeah.
So Misfortune, Shyvana coming in. Shyvana is still as popular as ever since Kiev still. So, you know, they're really going to be going aggressive, going in for the counter jungling.
Yeah, the thing with Shyvana is her gank's not strong, but when she gets farmed, she is very strong. She's very tanky, naturally tanky just from her ultimate. I think it gives her like either 25 or 35 armor, magic resist, and really just with some MR runes and Merc Treasure, over 100 something MR, and you don't really need MR items on her, and you're already really tanky.
Yeah.
So I feel like she does a lot of damage because every single spell of her is AoE when you're in dragon form. And so she does a lot of damage. She's really, really tanky. She has no CC, but in a group fight, you know, she's in the middle of everything anyways.
Yeah. Maybe like pair that up. You can get a nice little AoE comp too, like get like a Phoenix Udyr in there too, even just to hammer the point home if you can get it.
I feel like Phoenix Udyr would be okay. Like, if you mix in with Shyvana, I feel like if you just have her as a tank line and a bunch of CC or ranged DPS, that should be good enough. That would force them to kill Shyvana, and if you're focusing on Shyvana, you already lost the game.
So Twitch and Sivir, it's Are we gonna see like? We could see Twitch top against Shen.
You can.
The poison might just be enough to do it, and Scion also getting picked in for blue. I'm guessing Reggie's gonna be doing that mid.
The way I see it is this, okay? If Twitch goes top against Shen, every time Shen throws a Vorpal Blade, Twitch should be able to get either 1 or 2 auto attack off. As long as he doesn't let Shen key strike him, right? He does the expunge. Every single exchange, Shen's gonna lose a lot of health. And if he's gonna use his Vorpal Blade on a creep, Shen has to close the distance into melee range to hit it after to get the heal off. So Twitch is gonna be able to right click him then there too. And so, also, in order to use your feint on Twitch, you know, how do you feint his expunge? He can time your feint.
Yeah.
If it's not up, Twitch hits expunge. If it's down, it's free damage. It's instant. So having Twitch lane against Shen isn't a bad pick if they play it right. So I'm thinking, you know, it's either really, really well thought out or they kind of just accidentally pick Twitch.
And Karthus with Revive Teleport coming in. Phantom Ward grabbing that.
Oh, wow. They're actually
Yeah.
jungling Twitch.
Ooh.
Jungling Twitch.
Interesting.
That's actually a little more surprising because
Because I mean, I would think Karthus jungle. I mean, still, but they were missing the AP mid.
the thing with Lee Sin is he's definitely going to lose against Shen. But with the Twitch pressure, I don't know if Shen's going to be able to just shove lane and harass. He's probably going to have to hold lane and harass, if anything. And so let's see if that Twitch pressure is going to be strong enough. I've jungled Twitch quite a few times. One thing about him is he's going to fall behind on farm if he doesn't get kills. Because his biggest threat is he gets that red, he looks for a gank. Gets the red, he's going to look for a gank. And if he doesn't get a gank off, his red's going to wear off, he's going to be level 2, and the jungle's going to get stronger, and he's going to fall behind. So
Yeah.
it depends on whether he converges that kill. And so, like, I feel like at this point, Convergence, like, oh, they kind of got the memo. If we play standard, you know, we're playing a team that's been playing standard longer and they're more experienced, so let's switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that, you know, Convergence doesn't really have any real, like, dedicated, like, tanky characters. I mean, a lot of them are just sheer glass.
there's a lot of damage.
There's a lot, yeah.
There's a lot of damage. So, if they can get that lot of damage out at the right time, they can win a fight. But you let it get late. You let, like, TSM have their way with the jungle. TSM, if they don't let Twitch get any kill, I feel like he's just going to be useless into mid-late game. So,
Yeah.
depending on how it's played, you know, like, I feel like TSM's been performing really well, and they should know how to deal with this.
Now, there is one situation which I don't recall if I've ever been in, but can Shen taunt an invisible unit?
Yes.
Ah.
If he taunts Twitch, and Twitch is in that path, Twitch is going to attack him. He's going to lose his invisibility. So one thing about Twitch is, you know, if Shen is coming after you, and you hit invis, and you just went into invis mode, and he taunts you, you're going right back out.
He doesn't need pink words. He doesn't need oracles
Yeah.
to
So
prevent those. Wow.
he's not. The thing is Shen's not going to know he's coming. It's just that if he
Yeah.
accidentally hits him, or if Twitch is already there and he's trying to get away, he's not going to be able to get away.
Yeah. Or I mean, it's, you know, some good ward placement up top, like, you know, an offensive ward in that top tri-bush, maybe to see if he's coming. Maybe make it an educated guess. Maybe at best might be able to do it.
If he's on a ward against Twitch, he has to ward downriver closer to mid, because that's about when Twitch starts invising. A smart Twitch would never invis halfway through river. He would walk the entire river distance in his invisible mode,
Yeah.
and then walk up there, because, you know, you're going to trip a ward. So
Yes.
if you're going to catch Twitch, you have to ward where you think he's going to start invising. So
Yep.
I feel like in that case, a lot of times it's better just to have a pink ward. Costs a little bit more, but you can potentially reverse it and pick a kill.
Sounds good. So for Game 2, Convergence versus TSM, TSM has grabbed Nunu, Scion, Misfortune, Shyvana, and Shen. The new Shen, the buffed Shen.
The buff, oh my god.
And Convergence has gone ahead and grabbed Sona, Twitch, Lee Sin, Sivir, and Karthus. I am HatPerson. I'm here with Dan Dinh. This is IPL Killing Spree. We're going into Game 2. We will be back in just a moment, so stay tuned. Welcome back to IPL Killing Spree. We're going into Game 2, TSM versus Convergence Gaming.
Oh, I like your logo.
I like
It's
it too.
pretty catchy. I just saw it for the first time right now. It looks like it's professionally done.
Pretty snappy.
It's got the whole double wing converging in the middle.
So right now, Convergence going in. They want to defend their red. His Twitch will be starting there. And right now, Chaox is getting a nice little offensive position there by their blue, and Reggie just busting right in. He just doesn't. He just wants to go up that ramp, get as much vision as he can. Phantom Ward is there to drop off some Skittles.
Yeah, like the thing with this is TSM was really, really quick on buying and moving. So when you're that quick in the team, if the other team is just as fast, you're going to meet right in the middle. But if they're not as fast, you know, you can walk into you know, the middle river towards the ramp pretty safely, because that's about when both teams would collide. So Reggie is actually pretty safe just face checking all those, but he's getting hit with a couple of layways. So you get hits with
Reggie's
another
bought
one.
the stun, he flashes in, he gets a stun off Phantom Ward immediately, and Phantom Ward just falls apart right down right by the
This is
raids.
already so good for TSM.
Yep.
Like the whole thing is Reggie's just standing there eating Skittles, and and his team's there. It's like, all right, keep on hitting me. The next time you try and hit me with that Skittle, I'm gonna flash stun you and kill you instantly.
You know, and Reggie had some fantastic patience there. He didn't pick his skill until he knew for a fact that he was gonna go in, flash, and get the kill. The moment he knew he was gonna get it. Leveled up the stun, flash, stun, kill, success.
I think the same goes for Shen too. You start with the taunt of Shen, you're not going to be as strong in lane. So I can almost guarantee that RainMan leveled that instantly and then taunted it as well. So
RainMan, Shadow Dash.
Yeah.
Right there.
It was just that stun and that dash is just your CC for 2 seconds, and with that burst, that ignite.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. It's not too bad having that dash level 1, because you think about it, Twitch is going to want to gank, right? And having that dash is not going to let Twitch gank you early. So he's already got an escape spell. So normally you start off with your Q because you can harass, you can farm, you're really safe. But he's not like a Mumu where if you get bandage, you're not totally screwed in the jungle. You know, so...
So Xpecial running support Nunu down by, and Reggie is just taking too much damage from Karthus, and Twitch coming in for that first gank with the red buff. Not quite enough to do it.
So basically Twitch has about a 1.5-minute timer right now from when he just ganked Reggie. So if he does not converge a kill anywhere, he's going to be a very, very, very weak jungler. He's already gotten 1 attempt, because that 1 attempt that he walked from Bread to...
And here we go. We're going in on Shen, waiting for him to come out of stealth. It's like RainMan knew, and he just pops out of stealth right as he's going back into that bush. So he has been spotted. He has no choice but to back. And in the meantime, TheOddOne has seen the rat. So he's going to go ahead and take those wolves.
So basically, like, Twitch went from red straight to mid ganked, right? And then he went straight to top. He hasn't been farming. If you think about it, right? TheOddOne's farming, he's not. His red buff is about to expire.
And he's about to lose his blue buff,
he's about to lose his blue. It's very, very safe for TheOddOne to take that one too, because he knows that Twitch just went top. Right? He sees 2 bottom, he sees mid. That's a free blue. And Shyvana is such a fast jungler that he can just walk in, take the blue, run out. And really, like, Twitch can't even do blue by himself at this point. He's just heading there to check if it's there. And he would have had to call, hey, Sona, I need your help. So...
Or even then, just like, you know, forget about giving it to himself, to like just give it to Phantom Ward, get it some use, if it was still there. But Shyvana just decided to take it for herself.
Like, one of the things I was talking about is, you know, like, Twitch is a very, very high risk. You either get kills or you fall behind, and
already behind.
It's either you look real good with a lot of kills because you're gonna snowball, or you're going to fall really, really far behind and you're going to look like a terrible, terrible player. So I'm actually worried for Jaximus right now, because he's still level 2. I usually put 2 points into Invis because that gives me 20 seconds to walk around.
And Shen's doing a dance on Lee Sin up top lane. Man, look at that. Oof. The taunts, the blades, everything. And Lee Sin's already been reduced to half health in 1 engage, but Reggie's in mid. He pops the shield, and Twitch is actually in the blast radius when that goes off. Reggie is exhausted, and well, he's got himself a kill already, but it might be a little bit too late.
That's actually not too bad. That kill actually helped him out a lot, because it gave Phantom Lord enough gold to get whatever item he needs to, so he can just hold mid, catch up in level. So that kill was very, very much needed for Twitch.
Here's the thing, so TheOddOne's almost 5. Jaximus is halfway to 4.
It's not too bad. Jaximus should hit about level 4 just from holding mid creep wave, because you get so much more XP. So this is his chance to catch up, but you know, he's already a little behind. He's playing catch up. That's what you don't want to do, right? You needed to convert that kill early. What I probably would have done was gank Reggie.
1 Vorpal Blade will do this. Just one. Oh,
no, he needed to hit with Key Strike too. He messed that up really bad. What he should have done was he should have waited until he had enough energy. Key strike, Q, and then taunt and right click again. That would have guaranteed him the kill. So that preemptive exhaust actually lost him that kill.
Impossible is coming in. The heal, the summoner heal goes off from him. He's waiting for the rest of his team to help come in and try and get a sandwich on Rainbow. Here comes Reginald with the shield fully popped. Flashes over and gets the kill off Lee Sin. And Shyvana's here to join the party too. Phantom Ward, he's got his AoE, but he's still taking quite a bit just from everyone here. Ignite goes off on him, but he will still live. But Reggie's coming around with the shield. His stun is up. He just needs to get one stun, but the Skittles will pop the shield. And now he's got to deal with this two-man pressure top lane.
I feel like Phantom Lord can probably die right here if
he
they play it right.
Absolutely.
As long as Reggie tanks this.
One stun on this, and the Shen goes off on Reggie to help tank stuff. But, yeah, Phantom Lord dies.
Oh,
OddOne dies in the process. So
OddOne should have been a little bit more in the back.
Yeah.
Reggie needed to pull aggro before anything happened.
Yeah.
And really, he was low enough that if OddOne was that close, Shen should have just... Oh, man,
Ooh,
that was
nice.
really good.
Nice work with Chaox there on that flash. Wonderfully timed, just get an attack, but Phantom Ward, he revived and teleported in, and didn't get the kill off Xpecial.
Like,
and Sony came in. Oh, there we go. So the flash had the flash Q. You didn't have to flash to do that, but Phantom Ward does also clean up Misfortune as well.
This is actually a pretty close game.
Yeah.
The thing is Phantom Lord isn't farming mid, so he is losing out on that. He got 2 kills though, so it was worth it. But they were a little bit behind, so that actually closed the gap a little bit.
Yeah, actually, he's actually ahead of experience as opposed to Reginald, actually.
Yeah, because he just got...
He got 2.
He got the kill, he got the assist, he got the entire wave and a half bottom, so...
Yeah. But I think by the time he gets back to mid, though, like Reggie, I believe, will probably have caught up and surpassed.
They should be about even. What's going to happen is bottom lane is going to be behind because Phantom Lord took their farm. So Reggie's going to be even, but bottom's going to be behind.
So Twitch has been spotted with the CV over by his own red. Jaximus needs to get out of there. Reggie's zooming in. He already has movement 5 boots. He wants to be as mobile as he can, but he will go in Viz and will get away. But I feel Phantom Lord may be dancing a little bit too far out of position here. RainMan coming in.
I wonder if
he's waiting in Viz in that bush for something to have. He's waiting for the rest of his team. But I think if he goes un-invis, he might get caught. But at least him going in on Reggie.
Oh, this is really
and
bad.
Jaximus, if he goes,
Jaximus
he's about to
almost out.
He's about to go
almost out.
He is revealed, gets taunted. Shyvana comes in dragon
that's
form.
one dead Twitch. He has no escape spells. He has
nothing. He's got nothing.
Vorpal Blade. Bam. Oh my god.
Well, what? What? The shield? What?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
Red potion. Healing potion. Wow. Just enough.
I felt like Shen could have right-clicked before he Vorpal Blade.
Yeah.
But
like I was so slumped in my chairs. I expected it was like, well, that's a dead rat, but apparently not. Wow. An OddOne getting focused out here by Phantom Ward, but Phantom Ward's taking way too much more damage than he's dishing out.
Like what happened on Twitch there was Shen thought that he was going to kill with the Vorpal Blade, so he didn't commit enough. And because it didn't, he just backed out and he's like, ah, damn, I'm too far now, I can't get the kill. And I don't believe Reggie put more points into Q than 1, so that was just purely for the stun, but, you know, 70 damage is going to do it.
Reggie, level 1 in Cryptic Gaze. He's got his shield up to level 4, which is, you know, what most AP Shen's, AP Scions, will do.
Because you clear wave so much faster, so, you know, that just put him a little bit under. I think Twitch lived that with, like, maybe 20 HP.
Yeah, that was about 20, 30. Yeah, he popped the health potion to regain a little bit too during the fray. So now we're almost about 10 minutes in. TSM has about 1k gold advantage up on Convergence.
So basically what's going to happen right now is, you know, since Twitch is only level 5 and I think Shyvana's like level 7.
Yeah.
Shyvana's just going to get more and more ahead. And it's going to come to the point where Twitch damage is going to be trivial. It's more of like a slow bot. If he pops out, he's gonna hit from maybe like 100, 200 damage, and it's not gonna do much. Whereas Shyvana would just jump in the middle of everybody, just hit everybody for that much damage and tank everything at the same time. So it's even if the gold is close, it's just the level difference is big enough where, you know, TSM's a lot stronger. They can control the map. They can take dragon. They can take buffs. So from here on out, it's just gonna be a really, really tough game for Convergence. Because they're going to lose buffs, they're going to lose global objective, and you're going to see the gold gap expanding about 1,000 every couple of minutes, maybe like 5 minutes.
Misfortune end up buying an Elixir of Fortitude to help protect against the Karthus ult if it were to ever occur in the near future. Get some extra health right before it goes off. See if there's enough damage there to mitigate, keep her alive later on. And right now, creep score, MF is actually beating Sivir pretty convincingly in bot.
Yeah, 9473.
Right now, Phantom Ward, he's a 68 to 62, so mid lane is pretty even. But Twitch stealthing into the bush, again, if you're getting a shot or two off of Xpecial, nothing too right home about.
Oh, he just walked past the ward.
Reggie's got the oracles already, just to deal with Twitch later on, provided he doesn't die. And that's a good choice. Sion's a good pick for the oracles. Siobhan's a good pick for the oracles. He's gonna see Twitch invis right there. Pops the shield, trying to get away. And Shen is going to go ahead and ult in on him so he can re-engage on this. Shyvana's coming in and focusing down on Phantom Ward. She goes into dragon form. Reggie flashes in, gets a stun shield.
Oh god, that's really bad.
Wow. And the Karthus ult will come in. Will not quite finish off Shyvana. But yeah, it's 2 for free right there.
Basically, like TSM's just going to get a free dragon. It'll pull ahead. The gold difference is 2,600. After this, dragon's gonna be closer to like 3,600. So,
yep. 12 minutes
from
in.
here on out, I don't see Convergence. Same deal as last game. They're just gonna start losing buffs. They're gonna start losing dragon, and really like the first dragon and the gold advantage that they got is just gonna prime the way for just the remainder of the dragon. So
yeah.
Shen is getting really strong. I don't think Lee Sin can handle Shen top anymore. So as soon as Shen gets his core items, I'd say like a frozen. Oh, he's not even going frozen mallet. He's just going defensive team items. So I probably would have gotten like a Phage at least, just to stick on somebody and kill them. But he actually didn't. So he's strong enough where he can just take on anybody up top now. So you're just gonna see him push like indefinitely. I don't know, and if they can stop Shen at the point. Basically, if Twitch tries and gank Shen, he's just going to exhaust one or ghost away, dash away. There's no way he's going to die at this point. So for Shen, he's just got to farm and ult people.
Yep. So like where we had last game, where essentially all 3 lanes of Convergence were not doing so hot, we now have 1 losing lane and 2 stagnant lanes. Where top and mid are just pretty even creep skill, but Twitch is getting found out with courtesy of that oracles on Sion. Can't get out of there. Just can't do it.
Yeah, you fall behind and you go aggressive jungle with exhaust. Basically, if you go exhaust, you have no escape. So when you're ganking somebody, if you're weaker than them, you're gonna die because you're not getting away, right?
He's about to get sandwiched here. Gets a stun under his own tower, and Reggie's just smacking away. Shyvana comes in, Shen comes in. Dead Phantom Ward.
I think it's at that point in the game where TSM's gonna do their tower control. They're gonna start taking down as many towers as they can and just extend that gold advantage. Basically, every single tower they get is gonna give them 150 gold times 5, so that's about 750.
MF is doing quite a bit of damage of her own too, man.
So they're just gonna get all that global gold that they can, and it's just gonna make them get stronger and stronger. As that global gold stack up, they're gonna get more items and more towers is gonna drop. So. Same deal as last game. Just take down towers, take down dragon, take down buffs, and just extend that lead.
Its objectives are the name of the game for TSM, both Game 1 and Game 2. And right now, Sivir and Chaox is just chasing them down as far as she can. Yikes. OddOne is there laying away. They could just take this bot tower right now. Just get Shyvana over here, just contribute a few auto attacks will go down. Actually, she doesn't even need to be there. Chaox and Xpecial just do it on their own.
Like the reason why Shyvana didn't go over is in case the other team came back, he wants to catch him off guard. Yep. They might think, oh, we can come back, defend this tower, or maybe we would send an extra person and gank.
Yep.
If there's too many, Shyvana can hold them off and let the team escape. Or if there's not enough, Shyvana can come from behind and just do some damage and pick up some kills.
Or Reggie can just come from behind and stun Sona. Shield should be enough to do it. Karthus ult going off. I'm not quite sure why. There wasn't really anyone too terribly low. Just wanted to get that extra damage in while they're going in their tower, and Chaox is just going in with those pokes. And now we're just focusing down on tower. So yeah, TSM right now is in an extremely convincing lead. Only
Yeah.
16 minutes into the game.
I feel like this is one of those games where after the next dragon, they're gonna group up and just take Baron. Because
Yeah.
with Nunu buff, with Shyvana getting that double wriggles, does she have wriggles by any chance? Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Basically, when Shyvana hits Q, it double applies procs or whatever it is. So she has twice the probability of landing her wriggles. So
Yep.
it's just dragon goes down really fast. It's just another attack counter too. So.
Yeah. So yeah, you have double wriggles. You have Nunu even with consume, getting all that extra true damage on something like Baron. And right now TSM Shen comes in with the ult. The Convergence tried to do something wise with Twitch while he was in Viz in bot lane, but it kind of backfired. And TSM will continue to live down
Like
bot
one
lane.
thing
Just keep on
Convergence,
pushing it in.
one thing Convergence isn't thinking about is there's a Shen on the map. So if it's a 3v2 fight, in their favor, it's actually not. It's a 3v3 fight with a Twitch that is about half a champion and a Shen that's about 2 champions. So it's just it's really it's gonna get really out of hand.
Yeah,
I feel his pain. I've had games where, as a jungler, you're just so far behind that your team's behind. They're taking your jungler. Your jungler, you're not farming as much, and 2, you're not getting any kills because you're too weak to kill anything. So it's gonna look worse and worse for Twitch specifically.
So right now, yeah. So Twitch is just so incredibly far behind at this point. He's only level 7. TSM Shyvana, she's 11 already. And just but all the early attempts to gank just ended up not going in their favor, and as a result backfired. And Convergence is now left with half a champion to have to defend against. Well, even with like Shen'll, I think that Shen'll adds like another half a champion just on its own, just to get just in that shield. So, so we got 4.5. It's a 4.5 v 5.5 essentially. And even then, bot lane, Chaox getting in the kill on Sona.
Oh, she really...
away. You could probably just take another tower hit from that thing and just bring it down. And right now, TheOddOne and TheRainMan will go ahead and finish off this top tower.
So yeah, they see 2 top. One's just died, so they're probably gonna take a free tower down bottom. A dragon just spawned, so maybe they'll go for that first. It's better to secure that extra gold.
So we haven't even hit the 20-minute mark, and it's a 9K advantage.
So
massive
10K
massive
now.
10K now, yeah.
Yeah, so
as soon as that dragon goes down, yeah, it'll be a 10K. And Lee Sin trying to get some wards down wherever he can, but TSM's just everywhere, man. Reggie getting in another stun off. Oh my god. Ignite stun shield.
Man.
That may actually do it. Yeah.
Oh
yes, it will.
my god.
Just barely.
Yeah, I think there's either he died on the second to last tick, so it was about 50 damage overkill only.
Yeah, so this is just the slow creep, the slow consume of all the towers here.
At this point, TSM doesn't even need to do Baron, and they can still win.
Xpecial does get caught. He does have to force the ult, and Phantom Ward did use the revive teleport once more to get back into the fight.
I feel like Convergence is going to do a desperate Baron just because they just killed somebody. But
I think they don't really have much of a choice. I don't think.
At this point, if they don't get it...
Oh, they do get a surprise of OddOne, but what's so much... This Twitch is just...
You walk into it,
yeah.
Oh, so painful.
So, and Phantom Ward does get the kill off on Shyvana. She was low, but Lee Sin...
I felt like...
Also going down. Phantom Ward just getting caught in the bush. TheRainMan just doing work all on his own. Doesn't need anybody else to help out. Chaox coming in, doing some damage on Sivir. Phantom Ward does go down, and Reggie comes in with the shield.
I felt like if they just let TheOddOne go back after he got the Nunu kill, they would have been able to 5-man Baron, but that's considering if they can hold off 3 people on TSM, which would still be very, very hard. So, they had an opportunity, a really, really risky opportunity, maybe like a 10% chance of getting Baron, but, like trying to kill TheOddOne and then just dying for it.
Yeah.
kind of just made it into a 0% chance. You know, if they got that Baron, maybe they'd be able to hold off, get some towers, and catch up. But at this point in the game, it's just it's a snowball to victory.
And Nunu with that speed buff flashes in, gets a slow on Jaximus, pops the Shirelias, and now it's just auto attack for Twitch once more.
Twitch kind of just gave up. He stood there, he's like, "I'm dead. All right, I'm gonna stop moving. I'm gonna just stretch my fingers out a little bit."
So, I mean, I'm expecting a surrender vote sometime in the near future. I mean, we have surpassed the 20-minute mark. It is a 12K gold lead now for TSM, extremely commanding lead, and I'm not seeing many options for Convergence right now. Like if they get a Baron, if they manage to hold out, if they manage to level for quite a deal, they might have something, but odds,
yeah,
not too likely.
I feel like Chaox is just waiting for that big tier 4 item, and then he's gonna do Baron, because they're at that point. They have enough gold and items and the team comp to do it. With just Shen's Vorpal Blade on Baron, they're not gonna lose any HP, and Shyvana is really tanky. They all have lifesteal, so this is a very easy Baron at this point. And so you're gonna see Baron go down in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
So usually, if you jungle Twitch, or if you have Twitch on your team, period. I mean, are you, when you pick him, are you usually going for an early win, an early aggressive, well, at least I'm just getting focused down top lane with the stuns. If you pick Twitch at all, are you really going for just a quick early aggression?
Basically, with Twitch, what Twitch brings to the table is this, okay? You're in Viz, you can be anywhere at any time. So as long as you stay out of people's vision, you pressure lane by not being there. So people have to play safer, right?
Xpecial actually doing the Nunu ult through the Baron wall. Phantom Ward does go down in the bush. Lee Sin also goes down as well. So this is an even more secure dragon for Baron for TSM now. And Twitch caught behind. Invising him, he's too late for the steal, can't do it.
He's so low level anyways. A level 8 smite. It's 435 plus 200, so 630. 620?
620 smite for Twitch. Not gonna do too much. It's a very tight window to try and get that steal off, so it's just not quite gonna happen. And right now TSM just slowly pushing down mid lane. Going to get that tower, going to get the inhibitor, and I think with Baron buff, they're more than on their way to just push all the way to Nexus for the win at this point.
They can push it to Nexus. They might play it safe and just take all the exterior tower.
I think they're a goalie that allows them the liberty to push as much as they want without too much to worry about.
They do have a lot of gold too, so they might just go back by and do one last push.
Yeah,
it's
let's see how much money these guys got. Reggie has actually like 3K to his name. Everyone has at least like a good like 1,500 to spend already.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's quite a bit. As look at and Twitch Twitch actually has less gold
than their support, right? I figured. That's like, oh my god. I think Xpecial has about like 1.7 times his gold, so
it's I mean, yeah, Xpecial has about like 500 more.
So basically,
sorry, PheerMe actually has 500 more than their jungler. Xpecial is a little over 6K. So actually, Xpecial the support has a little bit less than twice.
Like one thing when I jungle Twitch is you gotta balance ganking and farming, right? You gotta smite whenever it's up, and then you can press or pressure when it's not up.
Right.
And one thing that Twitch did this game was he was too focused on ganking that when his smite was up, he wasn't taking advantage of it. You know, you're losing out on farm, or like you just go in, you smite a creep, you kill the camp. It's really quick. Especially have that smite mastery, that's 10 extra gold, right? If you take advantage of that in the entire game, you don't fall nearly as behind as you would just concentrating on ganking so hard and relying on that kill gold. Because if you only rely on that kill gold and you don't get a kill, you're going to be level 8 while the other jungler's level 13.
Yeah.
So.
And a lot of people also just don't get that mastery. It's like 10 gold. That's nothing. That's nothing at all. It adds up over time. It adds up. It actually becomes a really really big game changer if you're, especially even in the long run. So right now I think this is Convergence's last stand. They're trying to defend this tower as best they can. Nunu ult goes off, it does get interrupted. Karthus ult going off, trying to do as much damage as he can. No one from TSM will be moved here today. They still have their Baron buff, they're pushing down the inhibitor. They'll soon be pushing down these mid towers, and Nexus should be going down shortly. 3 members of Convergence are now gone, maybe even 4. But yeah, these towers are going to go down, the Nexus will go down, and I believe that this is GG. Everyone focusing down, this should be it. Yes.
Reggie really wants that Sona.
He
He doesn't have any sustained DPS, so the thing is if you can't one-shot PheerMe, he's going to heal up by the time the next CD comes up, so it's nice to watch him try, though.
So congratulations to TSM. You have won yourself another week here at IPL Killing Spree. Won yourself another $300. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, so I think this is our first real look at Convergence.
Yeah.
They didn't do the best, but I mean, let's give the feedback. What are they good at? Where do they excel?
I felt like Phantom Lord did a good job holding lanes. I liked how he did a really good job on Ziggs. He actually outfarmed Reggie in terms of CS. Not in kills, he's behind 1 kill, but the only time Reggie really excelled in terms of mid was global objectives and buffs. That's where Reggie got more gold than he did. So I thought Phantom Lord did a really good job in just holding his lane. They got the whole ban pick thing not too bad. They except for Shen. I felt like game 1 they banned the right champion. Maybe instead of Rammus they could have banned Maokai. Other than that, I think individually TSM is just better than them overall. So in lane, you basically, like I said, game 1 you lose lane, you lose the game. Especially if you lose all 3 lanes, because you can't fight for anything.
Sometimes it just happens, and then game 2, Twitch just falling off.
I felt like Twitch had the opportunity to catch up. He was pretty much maybe half a level behind at one point, and if he concentrated on farming and getting the guaranteed kills, he wouldn't have fallen nearly as behind. And if he gets that gold in from the jungle, he'd be more of a presence in ganking. What happens when you gank too much is you're not farming. If you're not farming, that means mid, top, bottom, they're continually farming, they're getting items, they're getting levels, so your gank pressure isn't as strong, right? Imagine you're level 4 and you're ganking another lane to level 5. There's kill potential there, right? Once you're level 5 and they're level 9, you're gonna come out and you're gonna do little baby damage. You're gonna hit them for 50 damage, 60 damage. That's 1 level worth of health, and maybe you get insta give too, and you're just feeding them gold. So if you guys jungle Twitch, one thing you gotta do is you gotta balance ganking and you gotta balance farming, because the whole purpose of Twitch I was getting into earlier before I stopped was he has a lot of kill potential. He does a lot of damage, and he can sneak behind you, so he can get perfect positioning every time. And so it puts people on edge the entire game. They don't know where you are. You could be potentially ganking every lane, right? So that makes it so lanes can't push as hard. They can't overextend. And some CS they can go for, they might opt not to because they think that you might be there. So, having that Twitch pressure overall makes the other team miss a couple of CS, makes them not be as aggressive. They can't go for kills that they might potentially get. So I think that's the plus side of having Twitch. The negative side is, he's not a strong jungler. You fall behind, you're going to fall further behind. So, that's the trade-off.
Yeah. And sometimes it is a tricky game we play. Sometimes a strange balance if you're the jungler, but you know what? You live, you learn, you move on. But TSM will be moving on next week again. So be sure to join us next week, same time, same place. We haven't found a competitor yet, but once we do, we shall announce it to you. Also, remember, join us this weekend to continue on our IPL 4 qualifiers. We're moving on to the round of 16, Saturday 9 to 3, Sunday 9 to 6, all time specific. Remember, if you want to send us your replays, if you have your top 5 plays you want to send us, IPLLOLreplays@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/IPLLOL. We have our Facebook contest going on, facebook.com/IGN Pro League. Win yourself $25 worth of RP. And you know what? I think we are done here for today.
We're done. It's good casting.
It was a good cat, dude. Dan, it is always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That's Dan Dinh. I'm HatPerson. And you know what? We'll see you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Good night.